Music City, USA, Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The postseason rolls on, and these two teams try to finish on the right note in the Music City Bowl. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
I caught up with the Ducks head coach before the game. He is trying to motivate his team in the locker room right now. They were in the college football playoff just a year ago. This season did not go exactly how they planned, but that does not mean they are ready to throw the towel in. Coach said, I understand we could have been better, but now is the opportunity to show people the team we can be. Let's focus on the future. That all starts today, one play at a time. Reese?
Thanks, Holly. Deep in the end zone, it's Rodgers. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They go play action with Russell. Here comes the heat. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Man, that is going to haunt this quarterback. He had his receiver running a deep route. He was open, and the QB overthrew him. Man, that sucks.
Puts it in at the 40. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Trying to get outside, it's Davison.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Dante Moore. Buying time to his right. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. Flying down the left side. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
Yeah, and finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off of it.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for a loss.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a but they lost yardage.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Rush right in his face. He's past the 30. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. A little release to the back. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And that shows up in the stat column as an explosive play for this quarterback, but it was a very simple RPO. Get the ball out, and then guess what? My dudes are better than your dudes. And getting it to him on the perimeter, letting him make plays, all of a sudden, he's way down the field, and it looks like a long completion for this QB.
After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Russell. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Rodgers. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. This is a designed run. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They'll run it. Turning it on. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
I like the adjustments from this offense from first possession to second. Like first possession, you tell maybe a little bit nervous, maybe just not starting the way they wanted to, didn't script the plays, but now putting a good drive together, a good response from punting last drive.
Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Russell on play action. Flush to the left. Smashes through the tackle. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
That's a nice job by the offense there in their 2nd drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't. I like the response where defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Looking for a crease, it's Davison. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll run him again. He'll be stopped at his own 23-yard line, but he's got enough to move the chains and pick up the first down.
Well, one thing you know about Oregon is they're always loaded in the backfield. They had a couple of true freshmen a season ago in Davison and Hill Jr. who were absolutely outstanding. And you expect this season, David, in the running game, those two guys are going to be the focal point for the Ducks.
They'll be the focal point, but it's just like you saw a year ago, man. Like they are committed, and they run hard. They run as angry as anybody in the country. Obviously, having more come back at the trigger opens it up. Price transfers in, so it's going to be another year of stable running backs for Oregon. A lot of ground and pound and a lot of physicality.
Changing the routes with his receivers. They'll go play action with Moore. He'll take a deep shot here. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
He's got it. At the 45 on his way. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Here's Moore to throw. Out wide right, it's Johnson. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Hits inside, it's Davison. Trying to pound their way forward, he picks up a couple to the 31.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Right side, it's Johnson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Throwing Moore. Caught in the backfield. It's Bear. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Motion from the wideout. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
After getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on third.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at third and goal. Moore from the gun on third down. Going for 6. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Brought down at the 8-yard line as he took that interception back inside the 10 to set up this offense. Tide ready to roll on offense. Grabbed behind the line. It's Rodgers. There he goes. The 50. He's inside the 40. The 20. He's at the... and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down on your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play. And you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
And the extra point is good. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Out wide right, it's Johnson. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives them a chance. He makes this offense go.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way. The 20. Touchdown Tide. How about this defense taking one back to the house? They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. He'll bring it out. It's Bear. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Rush is on. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
The run inside. It's Davison.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
The Ducks have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They'll send the back in motion. Here's Raiola to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. They wrestle him down after a pickup of 11 yards on the play, and we've reached a 2-minute timeout. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. On the delay, it's Davison. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
To the flat, the wide receiver screen. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. The Ducks will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Throwing Russell. Unloads to the wideout. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. To the air, it's Russell. Throws to the wideout. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Drops back on 1st down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
I think the wide receiver needs to do a better job making it look like he's going deep. He never got the cornerback that time to turn his hips, and because of it, he couldn't separate, and the ball got swatted away incomplete.
Again, it's Russell. Look out! Makes the grab. Picked up about 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. That kicker took a nasty-looking shot, and that personal foul goes against the defense. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. Keelan Russell. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Again, it's Russell. They're all over it. Breaks loose. Right side, it's Hill. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Bear. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. While that first half certainly wasn't what they had in mind, maybe a big comeback is in the offing here in bowl season.
And I think that's a nice way of saying they were awful in the first half. They were terrible. Bowl games, you wonder about motivation. One thing I know, they were clearly not motivated, Palmer.
No, they didn't look focused at all in that first half, David, but this is a team that has a ton of talent. If they can put it here together in the second half, they can close the season out with an exclamation.
On the stop.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck. That had to be a blown assignment. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Ducks will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Trying to take it back. He gets a block. There he goes. Open it up. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Russell. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Second and long here. Defense in press coverage. Sets his feet. It's Russell. Fires quickly. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Crimson Tide a few inches away from converting on 3rd down. They go play action with Russell. Buying a little time to his left. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
They're going to need more of that. They're down multiple possessions today. They need to create negative plays. They need to make plays behind the line of scrimmage, and finally they come away with their first sack.
Wanting to move the chains. Here comes Alabama on 4th. Gets the back moving. Russell will throw for it on 4th. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Throwing Russell. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Russell from the gun on third down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Not a chance. Missed it. Because no game is perfect. Something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Churns into the pile. How about that pursuit? They stop him right at the line of scrimmage, bringing up 4th down.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker?
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. The give on 4th down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
I think we're going to see more and more of this in college football. It used to be that if it was 4th and inches and you're on your own side of the field, you automatically punt. But I like that play call there. With their offensive line and their ability to run the football, just go out and get it and keep the drive alive.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Under pressure. He'll pull it down and run. 5-yard gain on that play. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
It's 3rd and 5. On the gun, on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Left side, it's Johnson. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And I feel like they kind of needed that play right here on 3rd down, man. They just kind of struggled. They've had to punt several times this football game. They've already dug themselves a hole. Maybe that will give them a little adrenaline shot. Maybe that can give them some momentum moving forward. They got to have something. They need a spark to get back in this football game.
Moore escapes the pressure to his right. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And man, this whole crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet yelling.
Motion from the wide receiver. Moore will throw. That's caught. It's Moore. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Dante Moore wants to throw again. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Moore to throw for it on 4th down. He's got it, 1st down and more. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together. Putting a drive like this together now. Let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
He'll throw it. Out wide right, it's Davison. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play.
Here we go. Ready. Ready, 5.
Running inside, it's Davison. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
And his passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Oh, pressure's coming. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
And finally, man, this offense, they have struggled all day. They've been shut out all game. Finally put a drive together, got some points on the board, got some good mojo. Maybe they can take this into next week. I know it's been a bad day, but sometimes these type of things can carry over.
The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. So that was a lengthy 17-play drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. The Tide offense rolls onto the It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Keelan Russell. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's...
Makes the grab in their space. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Hill.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. Right side, it's Hill. Quick step and go. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. Nice run to pick up his way for good yards.
defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of the game.
I like that play call there. 3rd and short, QB goes under center. You got the back in the backfield, and everybody's thinking it's going to be a run play. Instead, you throw the football when the defense isn't expecting it to keep your offense on the field.
Tight end now in motion. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you're running back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Right back to the well. Might have a chance. He's pulled down after a tough run. Gets it to the 6.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Pulls it on the option. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
This offense has really been able to use this option play to their advantage. The defense just doesn't seem to have an answer for it. The offense has already had 2 rushing touchdowns when using the option.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bear. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Going to the running game. Sweet cut there. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more. And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Dante Moore. Moving out to the right. Did the work himself. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Moore with the play fake. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And the pass is dropped and incomplete.